What is up, YouTube? Hello, Party Parrots. Marvel Snap just got its newest card, and she is the Undersea Queen Namora. And we went and plugged her into an Electro Ramp deck, and I was very surprised with the results. We brought this kind of very traditional Electro Ramp deck into the top 1000 of Infinite, ended up going 8 and 2, so not a ton of games, but still 8 and 2 was very much surpassed my expectations with this list, and it just felt really powerful, and I'm going to explain exactly why. So, what Namora is, she's the newest card in Snap. She is a 5/6 with the on reveal, not ongoing, of giving +5 power to each of your cards that are alone at another location. So that means if you have two other cards that are alone in different locations, she can be a 5/16 in stats. And that is a lot of stats. And that can happen very consistently in this Electro Ramp deck. And so, what these Electro Ramp decks have kind of traditionally had as a very good line is you play a card like Nebula or Sunspot. You get to one of Jeff, which you can play through an Electro, only allowing you to play one. So, you play one of these cheaper cards, then you hit your ramp on 3 with either Electro or Wave. And then you start playing your 5 drops on 4 and 6 drops starting on turn 5. And that's very powerful. And I think Namora has slid kind of perfectly into these lists because what she is she kind of works one as a backup to Doctor Doom. So one of the best things you can do is play like Doctor Doom on turn 5 and then you get to Odin that on turn 6 and just okay, that's 15 power into 18 power. That very hard for your opponents to keep up with, but you also have the ability to play uh her instead. If you maybe you haven't drawn that Doctor Doom, you can just play Namora, give your Electro and your Sunspot +5, and then Odin the Namora to give them +5 again. You also can start that whole Doctor Doom curve an entire turn earlier, and that's very powerful. Where you can play Namora on turn 4, into Doctor Doom on turn 5, into Odining the Doctor Doom on turn 6 for 18 more power. That is very hard for opponents to keep up with. We also then have just a lot of cards that have gotten a lot of really good utility in this list. We have the season pass card Blink. Blink is really good at like blinking an Electro into Doctor Doom, so we can start that again on turn 4. We can blink a Wave into a Blob for just a ton of power. It's very powerful. We also have Sandman. She can be disruptive against things like Loki or Bounce when your opponent might kind of lock them into playing only one card the next turn, and then you can spread that out with Doctor Doom or Namora or Odining one of those two. So you have a lot of ways to get power into different locations for the Sandman, and then we just have just some classic good big cards to ramp into. Sometimes you really need to focus down a lane, so we have Orca and we have Blob that can help us just put like 16, 11, just a ton of power in that one location. And like I said, this deck really surprised me with how powerful it felt. It seems like Namora was that bit of consistency in that Doctor Doom package that really added a ton to this power level. Again, I went 8 and 2 with this in the top 1000. I was very surprised. That's by no means saying that this is going to be the next meta breaking deck or anything. It was only 10 games. But I do think that if you like this strategy of these Electro Ramps, this is probably one of the better times to play it. So please, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. It really helps grow the channel. And let's get into some gameplay. Ooh, so we have a turn 1 Nebula and Namora. So we'll drop the Nebula here. Play that right. Oh man, I was so close to playing it middle. So this is kind of funny. We could play the Electro middle just to get the 2 extra energy and get rid of its ability. I don't even think we need to though. If we play this here, and then we Doctor Doom. I guess we would have to wait a turn to Doctor Doom. So we'll do this, and then we will play the Doctor Doom, and then Namora, and then Sandman and Namora. Both of these are very good. Feels like we have the tools. We just need to deploy them right. So I think what we do here is, with 7 energy, we play the Doom. And that gives us another 1-drop here. So we get to then... Sweet. Oh, this is great. So opponent is going to think they have won that middle lane, not knowing that we have the Namora. So let's save that for the last turn. So we'll just drop Sandman down right now, just to pigeonhole them into playing only 1 card next turn. And then we'll drop the Namora. Ooh. She is coming down for your cubes. Okay, even with this Jeff, even them putting a Jeff, a Professor X, and a Demon here, they are only tying. So now we get to play the Namora. We go up 5 power in both of these. Tie here. I think the best they can do is play like a Nihilus, right? And that would flip us down to... We have priority though, so we would go up to 12, then down to 9. We'd still win, right? Yeah, this is exactly how we drew it up here. Able to get underneath that Altar of Death, into that Professor X. Oh, they abandon middle. Namora wins us middle. Cannonball, okay. And that is a win. There you go. Sneaking that extra power under there. Coming in absolute clutch for that win. Okay, so... Death's Domain pops up here. I'm actually going to play this middle, because if this turns into a location... Okay, and they play Quinjet, which is nice. So that takes them off a little bit more. Looks like we're probably playing against Loki. So we have at least our Wave Blink combo, which is nice. Doom is probably going to be how we're going to get into Death's Domain. They're probably playing Jeff, so they'll be able to... Ooh! That is fantastic. So we get to play Doom. Yeah, we just get to play Doom out. Don't mind if I do. We will play it mid. Bright Guardian is fine. They've already put 3 cards middle. Ooh, okay, so they do have the Snowguard Hawk to turn off Death's Domain. So we get to just play Wave middle. In case we draw, yeah. And then if we draw Odin, we'll play that middle. If we draw Namora, we'll probably play that middle. A lot of good options here. Fortunately, we don't have any extra energy, so we can't like wave and we can't like Blob and Jeff or something. Kitty Pride. Okay, so they did get the kitty. So we'll see what they do here. So we can blink this wave, which is great. I love doing that. And then if it hits Odin, we can get more Dr. Dooms everywhere. If it hits Namora, though, then we'll want to not want to play the Sunspot. If it hits Sandman, we'll have not wanted to play the Sunspot. So I think we play it because more hits than not make it okay. Ah, the Namora is the one that punishes us, but we still get 10 power there. Ooh, they fill themselves up there completely too. So it is a total tie.
All systems go.
So the question is, can we take it home? So Blob should be 8, 15, 15 to 20. So should win us that lane, hopefully. I'm not sure they're interested. Okay, the Sarah was from the Agent Coulson. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? They also have, they can play the Hawk to get in there, but we have priority anyways, so we can't get in there. They have to still put 10 power there after that Namora bump. Little bump from the Namora. Let's see if this is enough to take down Loki. Okay. Nice, so we get the 20. So we got max power blob off of that. What does they get? Okay, so they've lost right. 4, and then down by 7. 5. That's not enough. We take down Loki. Even with Sarah and them completely filling their board with the Elsa Bloodstone. We just had that extra Namora bump. Enough to get us there. Ooh, so we get a nice... We have a nice Electro to Blink start. We get a 2-drop down. Which can really help us. Play this Jeff here. We have Namora 2. We could Electro into Namora if we wanted to. So we will absolutely play this Electro left. A lot of nebulas. A lot of nebulas. And then we get to drop Blink down. And then this will either hit Blob or Doom, both of which are great for us. So our opponent has 2 extra energy. Nice, so we get Doom. So now we can Dr. Doom, Odin our Doom. Throw more Doom bots. And then we could even... We could potentially, like, Orca. If we draw Blob, we could play him out. I'm gonna put 3 cards right, which feels great. Okay, I mean, this is just a really classic little ramp strategy we got here. And we have Namora as a backup Doom, but I mean in this game we didn't even need it. Looking like we might just get there with Electro Doom Odin. Electro Blink Doom Odin. They move. Okay, they moved out of the Stark Tower. That's interesting. Okay, they're not winning that one. Ooh, that might be their winning that one. Yeah, they are winning that one now.
All systems go.
But I think we still are gonna be okay. So, I mean, they only have 3 cards in hand. I think we can do this. We go up to 18 here. Yeah. Go up to 18 middle. They can't move Jeff. We're using up all of our energy, so even like a Red Hulk, we would not have triggered at all. Yeah, we get Orca. Okay. Ooh. We're still up by 4, and there we go. Classic little ramp strategy here, taking down the best deck in the format. Ooh, okay, so we get a really nice... So we can go Nebula right. They also play Nebula right. And then we can go Sunspot left. Sunspot left. And then we can go Electro middle into Sandman into Doom. Yeah, that's totally fine. Hopefully we can get that's a bit unfortunate for us, but not the worst. So we can go Electro here. Both of us are encouraged not to play into the Nebulas, which is good. Ooh, okay, so now we get to Blink. Oh man, so this Blink is either gonna hit Namora, Orca, or Odin. So I think we play Blink out. They have Jubilee. Okay, so they're going on their own Blink strategy here. What do we hit? We really want to hit Namora, I think. Odin.
Are ye worthy?
We definitely would have preferred to have drawn that. So now we get to play Dr. Doom right, because it still puts all the power there. And then we can play Sandman and Jeff if we want to. We get to go up to 6 here. Okay, they play Blink on their Jubilee. Ooh, that's unfortunate. But I think we might still be okay. So we get to play Blob, which is 11, 17, or 19 power here. We go up 4. Yeah. And they can't... They'd have to have 3 cards to play middle. Which this deck does not play a ton of small cards. And they'd have to be able to put 12 power. Okay, I think we might be okay here. It is definitely a shame that they had priority that last turn. I mean, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that is a big Sage. So, we'll see if this is the 19 or the 17 power. 17 power? Still enough, though. Ooh, we even low rolled and still got the win. And there you go. Little classic ramp action here. Okay, so we got a nice Electro into Namor. Oh, if we can get one of our 1-drops. That's... I don't think they get the power from Kitty Pryde if they play the into loose bar. I think it needs to, like, return to your hand. So, alright, they play Cable. That is fine with me. So, we will play Electro. Right. Electro into Namora. You could also... Yeah, I think... So we do this. And we're hoping to be able to finish this off with a... Dr. Doom at the end. So we play Namora. And then next turn we can play Sandman. This is an extra 5 power into that Baxter building, which could be key. And then we can either... Okay, Loki's fine. So we get 5 extra power here, and then... So we basically, if we draw Dr. Doom, get to Doom, and if we don't, then we have a Odin line. But... we definitely want to get the Sandman down now. This is going to be key for this matchup. And actually, we can just... We got the 5 power for a minute here. So we can just play this right. Because we don't need to get more there. Are they Electro? Oh, they have Jeff, so they're not just locked in. They have nothing bigger than 3. Ooh, that is... great for us. So we've locked them into 1 card. So we can play Blob and Jeff now. Blob should be 12, 17 power. Yeah, no matter how it shakes out, we only have 3 cards. Can't be any less, so we'll put 17. The question is did they get our Doom? If they drew 1 card, that means they'd have 2 plus. So they've played 3 of our cards. Yeah. So this was Kitty. This was this wave. So that means... Oh, they turned our wave into their wave. Yeah, so that means... Oh, they took the wave from our deck. So we actually only have 12 on this blob. Okay. 12 is still more than enough. So this should win here, and I think they will only have 1 of our cards. So, unless that's Dr. Doom. So we will see. Agent Coulson is 3. Which means this shouldn't be Doom. Nice. So we win right, and then because of the Baxter building, we go up to 4. Nice. And then we take them down. Okay.
Victory.
Keep winning.